Untitled Chapter here with NCAA Digital, and now we are just 2 weeks away from selections on November 28th. So I'm going to do another prediction for the 2021 NCAA volleyball bracket. Again, before we start, I did not make this based on my own opinion on the teams. Instead, I did my best to follow the committee's selection criteria and bracketing principles. So I updated my 32 AQ selections, at-large bids, and top 16 seeds based on where things are now, the most recent RPI, the committee's criteria, and a little guess as to how the teams will finish. Plus, I had the committee's top 10 revealed to guide me this time around. Then, once I had the 64 teams, although very difficult, I created the bracket making sure if a team could drive to a host site within 400 miles, they would, and I avoided conference matchups. So let's start with the top 16 seeds. I tried to be the committee here. The top 4 seeds remain the same with Louisville, Texas, Wisconsin, and Pittsburgh. These are the same top 4 the committee had in their top 10. The only difference from my last bracket projection is Louisville getting the number 1 seed, understandably so after Texas picked up its first loss of the season to Baylor. Then, with Kentucky losing to South Carolina, I predict that Baylor will move up and get a favorable seeding at number 5. They have the number 4 RPI in the nation right now with a win over number 2 Texas, and I think they'll be rewarded for that RPI. Then you've got UCLA and Georgia Tech at number 6 and 7. They were also ranked in the committee's top 10. They've got a high RPI and ranked wins that seem to be what the committee values most. Shireen Brantley, the committee chair, noted a few weeks ago with me that UCLA has got a top 10 win against Georgia Tech, 4 top 25 wins, and 7 top 50 wins. They do have that loss to Arizona State, but they're out-hitting, out-digging, and out-blocking their opponents. For Tech, she said they have a top 10 win over Pitt and 2 top 25 wins as well as 6 top 50 wins. They do have Louisville and Pitt still on the schedule this season, but I still accounted for a few more possible losses in this ranking. Kentucky dropped to 8, and I predict Minnesota will be in the top 10 seeding with their crazy amount of ranked and top 10 wins, despite 6 or maybe more losses. Then I've got Ohio State, BYU, and Purdue. BYU was not in the committee's top 10, likely because of its number 26 RPI. But they have a great record, a win over Utah and San Diego, and could possibly have another win over San Diego by the end of the season. So I projected they will be given the number 11 seed. Then to close out my 16 seeds for this prediction, I've got Nebraska, Washington, Penn State, and Creighton sneaking in at number 16. Creighton, with that high RPI and a win over Kentucky, could sneak its way in. From there, I ranked the rest of my at-large bids and AQs into 2 seeds, 3 seeds, and 4 seeds. And then I bracketed them while trying to stick to the curve, but still also putting teams in regionals within 400 miles and outside of their conference. For more explanation on all of that, head over to ncaa.com and get excited for the very soon unveiling of the 2021 NCAA volleyball tournament field on November 28th.